Okay, we're in James' room right now, the assistant's bedroom. So it's only been 2 days since we did those transfers to of the Pestalotiopsis to different medias, and they were successful. They were actually growing way faster than I thought. They're going to be hard to see. I don't know if you can see that. Does that pick up? Our disgusting light.
Let me see.
That little spot underneath that's growing white stuff around it, that's successful. That was a good transfer. We have 3 or 4 jars here that are good. The top is hard to see through because I poured the media, the agar, when it was too hot, so now there's condensation stuck in there. But because it's growing so quickly, we're gonna have to do our first test. Try not to shake the table. We're gonna do our first test on actual polyurethane foam.
And I do look up.
Okay.
Wait,
so
what are we gonna use?
Also, here is the
Wait,
what we put in
what's
the broth.
that thing for?
I gotta sterilize the scalpel. So if you look at this, there's marbles in there for me to stir it, but you can see. Can you see that floating stuff? Mm-hmm. My hand's probably blocking it. That is the mycelium. Those little wedges that were in there are from the petri dish that we cut just a tiny little slice out of, and now it's growing in that broth made of maple syrup and honey. So now, just quickly, James, you're shaking the whole table. Okay, start getting my hands. So, sterilize my scalpel here. I kind of already did, but
Did you burn it?
I did. And then I soaked it in alcohol. I should have just changed the top, but I only need it for just a little wedge cut. What happened here? Can't even do it with that glove on. Why is it more tight? Okay.
If it touches your gloves, they're gonna burn.
Because they got alcohol on them?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's not taken too well, but I'll just give this a spritzer. So inside there is actually, James, if you want to show what we're about to start.
I'm zooming in.
I shouldn't need this anymore. I'll give it one more. I think I'm overdoing it here, but we also have 4 or 5 petri dishes there of agar with different bacterias. One of them is the bathroom sink handle. I did my phone, his remote control for the PS4. Do my hand one more time. I'm a little distracted. This is kind of a snap, unprepared.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll reach my hands in here. And all we're going to do is take a little wedge from this petri dish and put it into this, which is just sterilized couch cushion, polyurethane. So first I'll get that ready. Open this up. And so there's nothing in this water. This is just distilled water with the polyurethane, and so we've seen that it will grow over there on the other. It'll grow with honey and maple syrup. It'll grow with malt extract, agar. Now we're gonna see if we only feed it polyurethane, if it'll eat that. Because I feel like if I put it in with honey and maple syrup broth, it's going to choose to eat the honey and maple syrup and not the plastic, just like our kids. Like if James is really hungry, he's going to eat the healthy stuff that I want him to eat. But if he's not hungry, if he's been snacking on honey all day, he's not going to eat the plastic I'm feeding him, even though I'm not feeding him plastic. Will this come off easily? We don't want to have the lid open for too long. Okay, I just popped it. We'll get ourselves a little slice of heaven. There. My 2 slices. And I'm hoping it will land directly on the plastic. It needs to be touching. Only got one.
I'm gonna pause it for a second and do something.
Get it right on there. Come on. See, it's not good that I'm touching the scalpel to the edge of the container, but it's landing on there. All right, we'll call that good enough. Let's just get out of here before I harm it. I have this port on top. This is called an air port. So this is where I would inject, I'll inject a needle in, this red part. And this is
It looks like pepperoni.
a breathing area. So that's an air port for it to breathe with micropore tape that filters the air. And that's a silicone port for me to put a needle in and take it out without bacteria getting in there. And this cover is just so that, I don't really need it, but it's on. So yeah, we'll check back in a couple of days and see what happened with that. Otherwise, the growth over here is going good. And yeah, fingers crossed that it works.
Mm-hmm.